Mission Bay in San Diego, California, and we get ready now for the start of the final heat of today's race. And what a final it should be, with the points battle going right down to the line. Miss Budweiser, the U1 with Tommy Deeth driving, will lead the field, along with Oh Boy Oberto. The U2, George Woods Jr. The U3 Risley's Mitch Evans, the driver. The U4 Pocket Savers Plus, Stephen David. And the U7 Paddock Pools, Jerry Hopp, very consistent all day long. The U8 Mr. Pringles, Scotty Pierce. The U77 Mid-Mark Distributors, Jack Barry will be the alternate boat.
But the alternate boat, Mid-Mark Distributors, did not make an appearance. That puts the Miller High Life into the race. But look, I believe he's having a problem on the infield.
I can't believe this, and I'm sure the frustration that is setting in right now with Chip Hanauer is unbelievable. He's got to pop the cockpit again, and you can see the canopy raising up there, the smoke coming off. That is just steam. There's no fire aboard the boat, but he is out of it, so it appears that the saltwater jinx has struck once again in the Miller High Life camp.
And here's the start on the outside, closest to the shore. It is Miss Budweiser with Tom Deeth, and the Oh Boy Oberto is on the inside, followed by the Paddock Pools. Get this, we've just checked the boats. Risley's didn't start, Pocket Savers did not start, and guess what? Mr. Pringles did not start. We're down to a three-boat field.
Well, Tommy Deeth is leading that three-boat field right now, but he's got to be a little bit concerned, as the Budweiser crew on the shore must be concerned, because all the other turbines now have been struck down by that salt water. Right now, it is a battle between the lead boat that you're seeing on your screen right now, the Miss Budweiser. Not far behind him on the inside to his left is Oh Boy Oberto. And Oh Boy Oberto is going to be hanging right on him all the way, and he'll just be watching to see if the salt water strikes.
He's like an old wolf waiting for a crippled deer to walk by.
Well, he'll sit back there and wait and watch, and if there's any chance at all, he'll make his move. Here's another boat that's been extremely consistent and running extremely well right now. Jerry Hopp in the Miss Paddock Pools. He had 2 second places coming into this final race, and another boat is down, and it's the Miss Budweiser.
The Budweiser, the salt is taking its toll, and guess what? Shades of Miami.
In the lead right now, it is George Woods Jr. in the Oh Boy Oberto. He's got to be thanking his lucky stars that he's got a piston-powered engine on this salt water. All of the turbines have been struck down by the saltwater course here in San Diego today. This boat is a true survivor in every sense of the word. This one in the Paddock Pools, now riding in second place. George Woods, I bet, has an ear-to-ear smile right now.
And this guy's having his best event of the year, Jerry Hopp. He'll finish second in the Paddock Pools, their best showing of the year.
Well, we talked to Jerry about being consistent all year long. He had 2 second places coming in. It looks like he's on his way to a third second place. This is going to be a big day for these two drivers. No question about it. Jerry Hopp getting a great ride out there. He's not backing off that boat at all either. He wants to be up in position just in case the gremlins strike Oh Boy Oberto.
Yeah, he remembers the last time. If he had been a little closer to the Miss Budweiser the last heat, he could have won that heat.
That's right, so he's going to move right up in there. He's not going to back off at all, but I can guarantee you the lead boat, George Woods Jr. in the Oh Boy Oberto right there on your screen, he certainly is not going to back off at all. This has got to be one very happy man in this boat right now, getting ready to take his second win of the year. He won the first race of the year down in Miami. Now he's heading to the checkered flag in the second to the last race of the year. I mean, this guy's just had a very good time.
Scott Pierce and Mr. Pringles did not start. Tom Deeth in the Miss Budweiser is now dead in the water and will not finish. That will remain an 852-point lead for the boat championship for Miss Budweiser, and a 52-point lead now for Tommy Deeth in the HFC High Point Championships for the driver.
George Woods in the Oh Boy Oberto is crossing the finish line, and look back on the course. The Paddock Pools, second place, going dead in the water. What a disappointment for him not to even take the checkered flag on this one. He'll still get his positioning, though.
Sure, he'll get second place, as Budweiser will be awarded third place by longevity distance traveled in the final heat. We'll be back with the winner in the winner's circle of the HFC American Hydroplane Series after this timeout.
Racing, of course, the final Oh Boy Oberto takes first, Paddock Pools second, and Miss Budweiser third. Here's the way the boats stack up in the point standings at the end of the day. Let's go down to the pits and talk to a winner.
George, a tremendous win.
Yeah, it was. It felt good. I'll tell you what, the crew worked
This is the same engine that they built in the parking lot last night and went all 3 heats with all straight 3 wins. It's hard to believe. Old Jim here in the group just did fantastic.
As you went around the course, you saw a turbine dead in the water on each turn.
Yeah, I sure did. And then I started crossing my fingers, waiting for the vibrations or something, hoping that it would finish, and it did.
Jim, the reciprocal engines, they're not dead yet, are they?
Well, as of last night, they all were dead because everyone we brought was tired and didn't want to work anymore. But we stayed up and were able to scramble something together, and here we are in the winner's circle. The Oh Boy Alberto.
Shades of Miami.
Better than Miami, but both very satisfying.
The sweet taste of victory for George Woods. Here's the HFC High Point standings with 1 race remaining on the circuit. Miss Budweiser leading, Mr. Pringles still very much in it, and Oh Boy Alberto still fighting for it.
Thank you very much, Dick. Down here in the pit area, they're packing up, heading for Las Vegas, Nevada for the final race of the year. And, of course, fresh water.
We came into San Diego with 11 boats. We're going to leave town with only 9 intact. But the good news for the 2 top point getters, Tommy Deeth and the Miss Budweiser and Scott Pearson, the Mr. Pringles, is that their turbine boats are heading for fresh water on Lake Mead. That means that they're going to be able to race head-to-head for the World Championship. We wouldn't want it any other way.
And Miss Budweiser, Tommy Deeth, has a 52-point lead, very slim, over Mr. Pringles' driver, Scott Pierce. Good news, of course, the 2 drivers that were flipped over today. Circus driver John Prevost, he's okay. So is the whole set Miss Madison driver, Ron Snyder. He's okay, but they will not race again until 1989. On behalf of Dick Crippen, Mark Spencer, I'm Jim Hendrick. From San Diego, so long.
The HFC American Hydroplane Series has been sponsored by Household Finance Corporation, America's financial resource. Merc Cruiser. Merc Cruiser stern drives and inboards, way out in front. And Ford and your Ford dealers. Have you driven a Ford lately? A promotional consideration has been provided by the San Diego Princess.